Robin Hood, retold by Liz Ofsted, published by Penguin Readers. Level 2. Introduction. Lord Ramsgate, following the man to the middle of the Sherwood Forest. There, in the spring sunshine, he saw his daughter. He also saw a baby boy in her arms. Joanna looked out at her father and smiled. "This is Robin, your grandson," she said. Robin Hood was born in the forest, and the forest was his home for much of his life. His story is hundreds of years old. At that time, in England, many Saxon people lived in small villages on the lands of important Norman lords, from Normandy, now in France. Other people live on church land. Life was hard for these villagers because they had to give money and food to the lord and the church. So, village people loved to hear stories about Robin Hood. Robin Hood was clever, strong, and brave. He loved adventure, and he was the best fighter in England. He took money from rich people and gave it to the poor villagers. The most famous Robin Hood stories are in this book. They are about beautiful Lady Marian, the greedy sheriff of Nottingham, good King Richard, and his bad brother, Prince John. Many countries have stories about brave and clever adventures, but is Robin Hood only a story? Perhaps Robin really did live, and perhaps not. There was a King Richard. He was king from 1189 to 1199. He left England and fought in Jerusalem. When he was away, Prince John was the most important man in England. Then, when Richard died, John was the next king. The story says that Robin Hood lived with his men in Sherwood Forest, near the town of Nottingham. Sherwood Forest and Nottingham are about 200 kilometers north from London. Many people there say that Robin Hood really lived in the forest. Chapter 1. Robin Fitzgerald is born in Sherwood Forest. The Robin Hood stories are very famous. Most people know that Robin lived in Saxon and Norman times. He robbed rich people and gave the money to poor people, but not everybody knows that he came from a rich family, and not many people know that Robin Hood was half Saxon and half Norman. The story begins with Robin Hood's Saxon grandfather, Sir George Cromwell. Cromwell lived near a Norman lord. This lord wanted to take Cromwell's house and his land. The two men fought, and the Norman lord killed Cromwell's two sons. Cromwell's wife also died, but Sir George also had a young daughter, Joanna. "I have no sons," Cromwell says to Joanna, "so I will teach you to fight with a sword, and with a bow and an arrow." 5 years later, Joanna was 19 years old and very beautiful. One day, a young man visited Sir George. His name was William Fitzgerald, and he was a Norman. "Sir George," he began, "I love your daughter. I hope that she loves me. I would like to marry her. I have money and land." But Sir George was very angry. "Never," he answered. "My daughter will never marry you. Get off my land. Do not come here again, or I will kill you." Joanna loved this young man, so she tried to tell to her father, but he didn't want to listen. "See, Lord Lady, go to your room," he shouted. "I do not want to hear that man's name again." That night, William came back to Sir Shaw's home. He stood under Joanna's windows and called to her. Joanna took some clothes and came quietly out of the house. William took her hand. "Will you come with me and marry me?" he asked. "We cannot live in my house because your father's men will take you from there. So we will live in the Green Forest." "I am sorry for my father," Joanna said suddenly, "but I love you. I know you are a good man. I will marry you." In the morning, Sir Charles woke late. He called to his men, "Where is my daughter? I want to speak to her." But Joanna was nowhere in the house. Sir Charles was very angry, then very sad. "I have no family now," he thought. One fine day in April, a year later, a man came to the house. "Your daughter sent me here," he said. "She wants you to come and see her." Sir Charles followed the man in the middle of Sherwood Forest. There, in the spring sunshine, he saw his daughter. Also saw a baby boy in her arms. Joanna looked up at her father and smiled. "This is Robin, your grandson," she said. She gave the baby to her father. Sir Charles wanted to be angry, but he was very happy with his grandson in his arms. "Robin, is that your name?" he said. "Well, little Robin, I wanted to kill your father, but that is not possible now. Please, daughter, come with your husband and live near me. Let's forget the past." "We will come and live near you, father," said Joanna, "but I will often bring my son to the forest. I will teach him to find his way in the forest in the day and at night. He will learn to make arrows for his bow and to catch forest animals. He will make an iron and cook the meat. The forest will always be his second home." Chapter 2. The Sheriff of Nottingham finds Robin Hood. Robin's grandfather died, then his mother and father. After 25 years, Robin was Lord of Ranwell and Locksley, and lived in his father's home, Locksley's house. The village people like Robin Fishwood. "He is a good man," they say. "No man, woman or child is hungry on Robin of Locksley's lands." Not all lords were so kind. The worst person was the greedy sheriff of Nottingham. The sheriff took everything from the villagers, and often these poor people were very hungry. Robin listened carefully to the stories about the sheriff. He sent food and clothes to the poorest family. At about this time, people began to tell stories about the robber. They called him Robin Hood. "The shepherd is a hard man," they say. "He and his rich friends take everything from us." But now brave Robin Hood and his men rob rich people and give their money to poor villagers. In those days, the Great North Road went through Sherwood Forest. Robin Hood's men often stopped rich men in the forest and took their money. Sometimes Prince John's men also used to rob, so Robin Hood robbed him too. "The forest is on your land," said Prince John to the sheriff. "Why don't you go and kill this robber?" "It is not so easy," answered the sheriff. "The village people don't want to tell me much. They say only that the robbers live in or near Sherwood Forest, but they know more than they say. I have a plan to learn more about this man, Robin Hood. What is your plan? Asked the prince. It is this, answered the chef. Robin of Locksley lives near Sherwood Forest. Tonight there is going to be a great party at Locksley House. I know that Fitzworth will invite the village people on his land, so I will send one of my men. He can wear village clothes and ask questions about good Robin Hood, the people's friends. When I know more about this Robin, I can catch him. That evening, there were a lot of people at Locksley House. There was food and drink for the villagers, and there was dancing and singing. Everybody was very happy, and Robin was the happiest person there, because he and the lovely Lady Marian Fitzwalter planned to marry the next day. The sheriff's man turned to a villager next to him. I often hear the name Robin Hood, he said. Who is he? Does he live near here? The man laughed. Don't you know, friend? Robin Fitzgerald is Robin Hood. The sheriff's man quickly left Locksley House and went to his lord. This is better than I hoped, said the sheriff. Tomorrow, Robin Fitzgerald will marry Lady Marian at St. Mary's Abbey, but my men will stop him and bring him to me. Prince Charles will kill him and give me Fitzgerald's money at last. Lady Marian's family is also rich. She will not marry Robin, so perhaps I will marry her. Yes, tomorrow will be a great day for me. Chapter 3. At St. Mary's Abbey. At 10 o'clock the next morning, Robin Fitzgerald and Lady Marian stood in front of the abbot in St. Mary's Abbey. Lady Marian was some years younger than Robin, and very lovely. She wore a white dress, and her long hair was the color of the forest trees in autumn. The abbot began to speak. Robin of Locksley, he began. Do you stop? Somebody called him from the back of the church. Robin turned. It was the sheriff or Nottingham. Behind the sheriff were 20 men with bows and arrows. My lord abbot, called the sheriff loudly. This man has to come with me. He is Robin Hood. Then he turned to his men. Why are you waiting? He asked. Take him. Yes, I am Robin Hood, answered Robin, but you will not take me. Look carefully round the church, sheriff. Do you not see my men? The sheriff looked and saw 30 or more tall, strong men. The abbot was angry and afraid. What are you doing? He shouted. Will you fight in a church? This man has to come with me, said the sheriff again. Give me your sword, Robin Hood, and come quickly. The good abbot does not want you to fight. Robin walked slowly to the sheriff. Here you are, my lord, he said, and hit the sheriff's hand on the head with the top of his sword. The sheriff fell back. Outside, everybody outside, shouted Robin. His men pushed the sheriff's men back to the church door. A great fight began outside the abbey. Robin spoke quietly to Marian. We can find and win today, he said, but now the sheriff knows my name, and I cannot go back to Locksley House. Wait for me, my love. King Richard will come back to England. He will hear about the greedy shepherds and his friends. But now I will be Robin Hood of Sherwood Forest, and not Robin of Locksley. I will never hurt a woman, a child, or a poor man, but rich and greedy men will be afraid to walk near my forest home. Chapter 4. The King's Deer. After the fight in the Abbey, the Sheriff of Nottingham asked Prince John for robbing Fitzwarren's lands. The prince sold them to him for a lot of money in gold. The greedy sheriff, of course, wanted to get the money back again as fast as possible. So his poor villagers had to pay the sheriff more money than before. The villagers on Robin's lands also had to pay. Their new lord, the sheriff, was a very hard man. One of those villagers was Farmsfield. It was very close to Sherwood, and the villagers often went to the forest. There they caught small animals and birds for their dinner. On their first visit to Farmsfield, the sheriff and his men took money on foot. They also found an old man in the forest with a dead deer in his back. That evening, the sheriff called all the village. Then his men brought out the old man and the dead deer. "Listen well," said the sheriff loudly. "You know that the deer in the forest are the king's deer. The king and his lord can catch and kill them. You cannot. This evening I will help you to remember that." The sheriff looked at the village and smiled. Nobody spoke. Then he turned to the old man. "What is your name, old man?" asked the sheriff coldly. I am Mud the Forest, my lord," answered the man, very afraid. "Well, Mud the Forester," said the sheriff, "you killed a king's deer. How much are you going to pay me for it?" "My lord, you know that I cannot give you anything," said poor Mud. You took our money and our food. I found the deer, but it was dead. I didn't kill it." "I am not interested in your stories, old man," said the sheriff. "You cannot pay me any money. Very well, then you have to pay with your life." He turned to one of his men. "Kill this Robert," he said, "and pull down his home. This will be a lesson for the villagers of Farmsfield." The sheriff's man took out his sword and put back Mud's head. The villagers could not help the old forester because they were afraid. But Mud called out, "No, kill me, but please don't pull down my house. It is my son's home too, and he did not hurt you. He did not take your teeth. Wait, please." Matt turned his eyes to the forest. "Oh, Robin Hood," he thought, "where are you now? Only you can help me." "So you have a son," said the sheriff's man. "Well, he can stay in your house when we pull it down." He laughed loudly, but the sheriff looked more carefully at the forest. "Wait," he called. "I think this man knows something. Old man, what are you looking into the forest? Do you think that Robin Hood will help you? Do you know something about him? Tell me, and perhaps I will not kill you." "I can take you to Robin Hood," said Mud quickly. "I can take you to his home in the forest. It's in this way. Follow me." The sheriff's man took his hands away, and Mud began to move slowly to the forest. Then he suddenly ran as fast as he could. "Catch him!" shouted the sheriff. Mud was never inside the forest now, but the sheriff's fighters quickly took out their bows. 3 arrows hit him, and Mud fell to the ground. His open eyes looked up at the sky. "I said catch him, not kill him," said the sheriff angrily. "Now the man is dead. He cannot tell us anything. He looked to the villagers again. Perhaps one of you can tell me the way through the forest to the robber's home. I will pay you well. But nobody told the sheriff about Robin Hood. The shepherd was now very angry. There is nothing more for us here, he said to his men. Pull down the forester house and we will go. He turned one last time to the village. The next man with a beard will die too, but not as quickly. Remember that. Later in the evening, the villagers cried much into the center of the village. The forest's young son stood outside his father's house. There was nothing there now. We are very, very sorry, the villager says to the boy. We could not do anything. Do not be too sad. Your father died bravely. Then a small man with a boat and a arrow on his back walked quickly into the village. It is Will Scarlet, Robin Hood's man, said the villagers. Will Scarlet put down his boat and put his hands on the boy's head. Robin knows that the sheriff was here, he said. He sent me to kill, but I am too late. Who was this man? Was he your father? Yes, he was my father, answered the young boy suddenly. Now I have no family and no home. He turned to Will Scarlet. Oh, please, he cried. Take me with you. My father taught me a lot about the forest. You can teach me to be a fighter too. I want to be Robin Hood's man. I want to fight the sheriff and Prince John too. You are very young, said Walt. When you are older, perhaps. I am not young. I am 14, said the boy. I am smart, but I am strong. I learn quickly. I have nothing here. Please, take me with you. And so Will Scarlet took young Matt in Robin Hood. That year, many young men came to the forest. They all had stories about the sheriff and his men. Robin and Will Scarlet taught them to use a sword and a bow and arrow. But Matt, the fourth son, was always one of the best and bravest of Robin's men.